Here's a $70 keyboard from Womier with a 75% layout, a TFT screen, a tri-mode connectivity, and a unique red plum blossom keycap theme that really stands out. This is the Womier SK80 and you can find links in the description if you're interested in grabbing one. It features a plastic housing with a gasket structure, and the gaskets here are made of silicone. One of the key features is the TFT screen, where you can upload images or even GIFs, which adds a fun personal touch to your setups. Powering everything is a 4000 mAh battery, which is pretty standard for keyboards in this range. Now, for the switches, this model uses Womier's full palm beige switches. They're on the heavier side, requiring a 50-gram spring, so expect a solid, thocky feel when typing. You also get the option to swap out the switches with the south-facing hot swap PCB. Customization is definitely on the table if you want to change things up. Going over the software here real quick, you can set some configurations here. You can import, you can export some configurations. You only have one function layer for key binding settings. Let's move on to macros. Let me try to record one real quick and change delays there. You can insert the mouse inputs here as well, from left mouse, middle mouse to right mouse. Tons of RGB modes here that you can choose. And then since I have this connected wired, I will have the option to customize the TFT screen. You may import a GIF, save the GIF, and then click on upload to keyboard. So let's do that right now. So now that it's saved to my keyboard, we're all good. Here, I believe this is where you set up custom lighting per key. I don't know the difference of that tab with this tab. Moving on, here's the music effect, so your RGB goes haywire depending on your audio. Next, let's go on to system settings. Here you can change sleep time, delay settings here. I keep that at level 2. You can reset the keyboard here and disable some keys. So controlling the TFT screen is very simple. You just need to hold down function key and the arrow keys here. So see, I can choose what setting I want. I have the GIF to be uploaded lately and the default screen right there. Now I can choose the effect here by pressing enter and still holding down the function key. You can choose exactly what RGB mode you want. Say you want this, press enter. And you may also choose exactly what color you want. Could be RGB or a static color. Say we want yellow. Let's choose the brightness level here. Put it at maximum. Speed as well. Volume, language, and that's pretty much it. Very easy. Out of the box, you get the keyboard, manual, cable, keycap switch puller, 3 extra switches, a pleather wrist rest, and a small circle mouse pad. The cable is braided white, and I hope the box included a PET dust cover. The wrist rest here has PU leather on it, with the same theme as the keyboard and keycaps. The mouse pad here has the same theme, yet doesn't have anti-fray stitchings, and with its size, it's recommended for office use or for high sensitivity gaming. Onto the keyboard, out of the box, it feels plasticky and lightweight. Weighing less than 1 kilogram, the board very slightly vibrates with keystrokes. This has cable canals underneath, and I have to say I really love having this perk on keyboards just so you may wire it according to your setups. Also under the keyboard you will find the power switch, layout switch, silicone feet, and the 2 level kick-up feet. And if you haven't noticed yet, the keyboard theme is also printed at the back. When it comes to aesthetics, this comes in 2 color options, a black and white one. Let's be clear, it's not for minimalists, though I would recommend this for white PC builds or for those looking to add a touch of Japan to their builds. You get red blossoms, mountaintops, birds, traditional houses from Japan, and a lake with a boat. Anyways, this has lots of RGB modes matched with shine-through side-printed keycaps. The plate material here is PP, which contributes to better light diffusion. Plus the switches here have LED diffusers that look good when matched with shine-throughs. The keycaps here are cherry profile double-shot PBT with die-sub prints. Stabs here are pre-lubed and are surprisingly really stable. Unlike its big brother, the Womier M90, I had to modify the stabs here just to tighten them. Onto the full palm beige switches, this doesn't have a very loud sound versus other switches since this is a full palm switch, and I don't think this will make a keyboard clack. It leans more towards the thocky side of switches. I think this will give a marbly sound signature or a thocky sound signature depending on case fittings, plate material, and other factors. The Womier full palm beige switches have a 50-gram actuation force and a 60-gram bottom out force. They're on the heavier side with a good bounce back. And if it matters to you, this is a 5-pin switch. So tearing this down is pretty simple. You just need to remove some clips, 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath, 4 on top as well, then 2 on each sides. Upon lifting the top case and the PCB, there's 1 cable connected to the PCB. just lift up the lock and the cable will automatically pull itself out. So the PCB is attached to the top case by 2 screws. So there's one screw right here and there's another screw right here. Take those out. But before doing that, watch out for the cable that's attached to the PCB going to the TFT screen. Pull out the black lock and then pull out cable and you're all good. You can separate the top case from the PCB and the plate. To remove the TFT screen from the top case, all you need to do is just press the locks and then push it out. Now, going over internals here real quick, you can see that this has silicone dumbbell gaskets. The PCB here doesn't seem like it is a FlexCut PCB. Also, this does not have screw-in stab ports for screw-in stabs or clip-in stabs. Looking at the PP plate here, it doesn't seem like it is a FlexCut PP plate. So going over the dampers here, you get one PE foam at the bottom case right here, and then in between the PP plate and the PCB, you get foreign sandwich foam along with an IXPE switch pad. So here's the IXP switch pad that's peeking out of the PCB. So there's a total of 3 layers of dampers on this keyboard. Now, as for modifications, you can watch the video that I made for the Womier M90 and I modified that keyboard. The modifications I did there can apply to this keyboard. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, let's move on to the sound test.